Hi, I'm Roseanne Calabrese from Partners in Healing. And if you are watching this video, then I want to say congratulations. Congratulations to you for embarking on the most incredible, life-changing healing process of your life. This detox process is going to bring you so much change and so many incredible things that I can't wait for you to be at the other end of it so that you can look back and see just what you accomplished. But before you embark on that, I wanted to take a few moments and kind of catch you up to what is going to happen next and where you go from here. Because likely we had an appointment just a few days ago or maybe a week ago, and there was a lot going on in that appointment. I was asking you a lot of questions. You were telling me your story, telling me about your healing journey, about your health problems, or maybe just the fact that you want to make some lifestyle changes. And I was asking you a lot of questions, gathering a lot of information, and then sharing with you a lot of information. And that information in the course of the hour and a half or so that we were together may right now seem to be something that happened a long, long time ago and in the distance, and maybe it's a little bit foggy. Maybe you can't bring it all together right this moment. So I wanted to take a moment with this video to kind of go over everything that we talked about and help you to figure out how to start this and move forward. So, number one, this is a challenge. I know this. Everyone at the office knows this. Making these kind of rapid lifestyle changes in this detox process is absolutely challenging. It is by no means impossible. It is by no means difficult. It is by no means insurmountable. You can do this. So many people before you have done it, and so many people in the future will do it. You can do this. But I understand it's a challenge. So take it day by day, moment by moment, meal by meal, and embrace it. I want you to know that we are here at Partners in Healing for support. And support comes in many different ways. Yes, there are your monthly visits with us, but there's also telephone calls in between if you have questions, or if you're in a different part of the world and we're in a very different time zone, there's emails. And also don't forget the forum, our detox forum on the website, partnersinhealing.org. If you go to partnersinhealing.org, you're going to see at the top in the right-hand corner, there is a button that says More. Please click on that button. You'll see a drop-down menu, and in there you're going to see Members. I want you to click there and create your own username and password so that you can have access to the forum. Once you do that, we'll go ahead and get notification and we'll approve you. And now you can get into that forum for several different things. Yes, there's recipes in the book we're going to talk about, but there's more recipes on the forum. And I want you to share your recipes. Don't worry if you're not sure if it fits in with that detox formula of what you can have and what you can't have. Post it on there. We'll correct it if we need to. There's also an area on the forum for questions and answers. So please make sure if you have questions and it's after hours, or your question isn't something you need this rapid response to, but you want to see what your other detoxers are doing, please post it there. And also, if you want to start a discussion, post it in the forum as well. So that's an important part of your support. Make sure you utilize it. And make sure you know that no question is ridiculous, and that if you need us, we want you to get in touch. So there's another part of your support that you have in your hands. And that part of your support is your book, my book, C.U.R.E, Cultivating Unlimited Rejuvenating Energy. This is going to be your detox healing Bible for the next 8 weeks or 16 weeks or 20 weeks or year, depending on what your healing issue is. So I want you guys to open this book up, read it cover to cover, and then read it again. Fold pages over, mark marks in it, highlight things. This is your book to use. This book is really important, and I want to talk about a few of the chapters right now. The chapters that are going to really, really impact how you go about this detox process. Chapter 1, as you know, is my story. And one of the main reasons why that story is in there is to keep you motivated. I want you to stay on track. I want you to tap into this and say, wow, I know my health issue is challenging, but if Roseanne did it, I can do it. If Roseanne can shrink a tumor on her thyroid, if she can reverse terrible blood tests, if she can lower antibodies to perfectly normal, I can do this. So use that first chapter to keep you on track and keep you motivated. Now I'm going to skip around a little bit for a moment. The next chapter that I want you to really, really pay attention to is chapter 8. Chapter 8 is Steps to Cure. These are all the steps that you need to get you through this process. These steps include what to take out of your diet, what to keep in your diet, how to put it all together, and what this process actually looks like. So that list of what to take out of your diet, really important, please read it. That list of what to keep in your diet, you're going to use that along with the recipes we'll mention in a moment to make up that grocery list. Whether you're super creative and you want to make incredible gourmet meals, or you just want to keep it simple because you don't like being in the kitchen, use that to start to put together your grocery list. You can buy fruit already cut up. You can buy a bag of apples. You can buy a bag of grapes. You can buy a container of baby greens. But use that to start to make that grocery list. What else is in here besides what to put in and what to take out in chapter 8? Well, you've got your food combining chart. You've got your food combining chart for this process while you are detoxing, and you've got your food combining chart for post-detox. You also have your 3 charts with your 3 phases of your menu. Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. Most of you are starting with Phase 1. Fantastic. That's a big enough change for many of you from your daily diet. So go for it. Use that phase. Some of you are ready to go to 2, and there's some of you who want to jump into 3. And remember, there's no particular time frame on these phases. So I'm okay if you're on Phase 1 and you say, let me do a day or 2 of Phase 2. Let me see what that feels like. Let me jump in for a day at Phase 3. Let me see what that feels like. Fantastic. Go for it. But this is your foundation. This is where you go to say, what did she say about what not to mix if I've had this or eaten that? So utilize that, please. Another really, really important part in chapter 8 is healing crisis. Now, don't think that you're not going to have a healing crisis. You likely will. It may be minor, like a headache, or some pain from an old injury you had that you hadn't seen in a while. It could be something more major, like a skin rash or a breakout, or eczema that you had at a baby that's now showing up on your elbows. It may be nausea or vomiting. It may be diarrhea or constipation or heartburn. You're going to see and hear a list of healing crises. Some people get so excited about healing crisis or complain to me that they haven't had one, while others say, oh my gosh, am I going to survive this? You're going to survive this. I promise you that. Healing crisis is important. Not all of you are going to have a major healing crisis. If you have questions, in the book you're going to see some of the common healing crises like headaches or heartburn. And it's going to say, what does it feel like? What does it mean? Should I stop detox? That's a really important question. Should I stop detox when I have a healing crisis? For the most part, no. But you can slow it down and back it off. And also, what to do. It's all in here. Of course, you can always contact us as well. But Chapter 8 is going to be your start to finish in terms of what this detox is going to look like. So please use that as an important, important resource. Okay, what else? What else do I want you to look at here? Well, I want you to think about Chapter 5. Well, I don't want you to think about it. I want you to read it. Chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the only chapter that was written by someone other than me. And most of you guys know it was written by my monkey, by my husband, Anthony. Chapter 4 is called, Where Do I Get My Protein? This is the question that your friends and family and coworkers and your trainer at the gym are going to ask you. Actually, they're not even going to ask. They're going to challenge you and tell you you can't get protein out of what you're eating. Your response? Well, you can get super technical and tell them what's in this chapter, or you can keep it simple. And you can tell them, I'm getting my protein from the same place that 400-pound gorilla gets his, fruits and vegetables. So go for it. Share that information. But also, don't push yourself to get into arguments with people. You're not here to debate. You're here for you and you only. So feel free to back off, to back up and say, you know what? I've got a staff of people working with this with me, so I don't want to get into this discussion right now. How are you doing? Tell me about your life lately. Turn that around. The other chapter I mentioned earlier, Chapter 5, one of my favorites, Fruit, Glorious Fruit, because that's the other question you're going to get. I got to tell you, if I had a dime for every question of protein and fruit sugar, well, I'd have a lot of dimes. So, Chapter 5, Fruit, Glorious Fruit. It's going to explain to you why fruit sugar is not your enemy and why it's actually your friend in healing, in energy, in hydration. So please, please make sure you read that chapter. There's also Chapter 6 called The Process of Elimination. And well, if you haven't figured that out yet, it's about poop. That's a topic that we like to talk about a lot during detox. And you're going to see some changes with your digestion. There's something that occurs that I like to call gridlock. Because as you're alkalizing your body with all this fruit and all these vegetables, most of you are going to start going, and going a lot. Yeah, the herbs we've got you on are definitely helping, but that diet really starts to get things moving. However, there's a percentage of you that actually get what I call gridlock. There's so many years of interstitial lymphatic congestion and constipation throughout your body that once we get it moving, once we break that dam open, remember where it leaves: kidneys, colon, and skin. So colon is one thing that could start to get a little sluggish because we've moved all this cellular metabolic waste. Let me know if it does. We have an answer. If you get too much flow and you're in the bathroom a lot, let us know. We've got an answer. If you happen to get symptoms talking about elimination of a urinary tract infection, guess what? Call us. Write us. text us. A urinary tract infection or the feelings of a urinary tract infection are likely not a urinary tract infection. They're likely your body purging these acids, and remember the kidneys are one of the directions they're going out. And when you push acids through the mucosa, it can burn and it can feel like a urinary tract infection. While I'm not against you taking antibiotics if it's really important and you really do have an infection, I do want you to contact us first to make sure we can rule that out. So that's the process of elimination. A couple other chapters I want you to really make sure that you utilize is the recipe and resource section. That's where you're going to get your information to start making that grocery list. And that's where you're going to find out, where can I buy dry mulberries? How do I do this on a budget? Where do I get my fruits and vegetables if I'm on a budget? Where do I buy a vegetable wash? Or how do I make one? Or maybe what other websites can help me, like Fully Raw Christina, where most of her recipes are detox friendly. That's all in the resource section of the book. So don't forget to look at that. And then lastly, the consciousness chapter, chapter 10. What is consciousness? What does it have to do with this process? Well, we already said at the beginning, this is a challenge, right? This is knocking down all the norms, all the things that you've ever known and you've ever done with your diet and your health and your lifestyle. So in this feeling of incredible challenge, how do you get yourself through it? How do you ground yourself? Well, in the consciousness chapter, we talk about breath work, journaling, meditating, prayer, yoga. All of the tools that you have at your disposal to tap into how to get through this, to tap into how to bring that anxiety level down, how to bring that angst down or that worry down, how to just focus yourself. So please read the chapter on consciousness. And then one other chapter I want to mention is the chapter about other healing modalities, supportive healing modalities. If you were here in South Florida, good for you, because you can come to Partners in Healing and you can get acupuncture and Reiki and reflexology and cranial sacral therapy and lymphatic drainage massage and chiropractic, all those things that can help you through healing or help you through a healing crisis. If you're not here, then you've got to go out into your community. You've got to ask people that you know, hey, have you ever done acupuncture? Do you have a good acupuncture physician? Do you have a great lymphatic drainage therapist? Ask people you know. You'll be surprised that they've done a lot of these things. And it's always good to find someone that's been referred to you. Those modalities are listed in the book. Please read them so you know when to use them and with what situations. But of course, you can always contact us. Okay, so where do we go from here? We go forward. We go forward. We trust ourselves. We trust in the process. We trust in the practitioners that you're working with. And you make the decision right here and right now that you and your health is more important than anything else. It's more important than your job. It's more important than washing the floors. It's more important than taking that one other phone call to help that one other friend deal with their whatever. Right now, in this moment, you are number one. And I am quite sure that this doesn't happen very often in your life. Most of us who are facing healing challenges are those people who don't put ourselves first. So right now, right here in this moment, please make a decision to put yourself first. Because I want to put you first. But I also want you to know this. You need to care about your health and your healing more than I care about it. And I care about it a whole bunch. But you need to care more. And that will get you through this. Everything you do here is about getting to your healing. Everything you do is about supporting these 100 trillion cells. The food you eat, the herbs you take. And are those herbs for the rest of your life? No, they're not. Just like wearing a cast on your arm, if you broke that bone, you wear that cast to support the bone, to protect the bone, to support healing. And once you've gone for your last x-ray and the doctor says, that's it, that bone is now healed, do you walk around with that cast the rest of your life? You don't. That cast is removed. That support is removed. And now you work towards, how do I rehabilitate this tissue without my cast? In Detox, you say, how do I move forward in my diet and my life without those herbs, without that very, very, very strict process of detox? So, you're here now. You're ready now. You're doing this now. And we are here to support you. And just in case you need a little bit more, please work to keep motivated by doing the thing that I love to do. Watching documentary films about health and healing. And there's so many out there right now. I do have a list of a few of them in my book, but there's new ones out that have come out recently that I don't have in this book. One of my favorites is called What the Health. It's the first time I ever heard anyone outside of Dr. Morse talk about the human as a frugivore, so check that one out. Game Changers. Listen, the diet in Game Changers is not a detox diet, but it is a 100% vegan diet. And you're going to see some incredible vegan athletes in Game Changers. The Science of Fasting, another wonderful, wonderful video. And remember, we talk about some fasting in here. We'll get to that, don't jump. But The Science of Fasting is another wonderful video. And one of my favorites is called Simply Raw, and I think you can watch that on YouTube. And that's about diabetics healing from their type 1 and type 2 diabetes with a raw diet. So tap into those resources. Keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself excited. And move forward with this. I am excited for you. I am excited for you to go through this process. And I am so excited to see what happens at the end. I hope you are too. And I hope this video has helped you to get started in this detox process. I look forward to our next meeting or phone call or Skype so that we can catch up. Talk to you soon. Bye.